You know, I really thought I could beat the tree sentinel this time, but as you can see, he killed me several times. So what I do is I decide to go farm a little bit. Luckily there was this giant right here beside the beach, gave you 1,000 ruins every time. That's not the best farming way, but it was the one I had available to me and the closest. I tried to take down this giant squid thing, Banes, I don't know what the hell it was, it has a bird beak, but it proved to be too strong, so I said fuck no, let me run out of here. Decided to kill some birds. Bam, bam. One of them actually got away, but doesn't matter. This thing was still following me. On my horse, I actually got some pretty good airtime, and I managed to land on top of the building. Like, I don't know if it's possible or if anybody else has, but I feel pretty glad because I actually tried for a while. We go back to fighting the tree sentinel. I farmed up quite a little bit. I don't want to say I leveled up a lot. Probably gained like 2 or 3 levels from that little run. I'm gonna leave this first fight the whole clip. As you can see, I pretty much already learned some of his movements. The timing was perfect too. It was just that one move where he smashes his shield to the ground that would always get me. It doesn't matter if I dodge, if I jumped out of the way, it would always hit, and it would always do my full life. So it was always like a one hit shot. You can see we're doing pretty good. We haven't used a single flask till now, of course. I had to open my big mouth. Just like I said, most of his hits we actually had the perfect good time on it. Right now we're just doing as much as damage as possible with our strong move. But of course he killed me. That move always hits me. I went back to the camp at night and I found myself this witch. This blue witch named Rena. She's gonna tell me that I have a spectral steed called Torrent, and she, I don't know for what reason, gives me this bell with some wolves I can summon. Of course, as the noob I was, I didn't know what to do with the wolves. I didn't know how to summon them, when to summon them. Maybe I could have summoned them against the tree sentinel. Of course, I never tried. I never tried the wolves until further on into the game. I think it was one of the bosses in one of the castles that I tried it with. Right here she gives us the bell, and with it the pack of wolves. These packs of wolves are pretty interesting, they're pretty strong, and you can level them up, and after that she just leaves. We continue farming a little bit more, probably like an extra level or 2, and we continue our fight with the tree sentinel. Gonna leave some of the deaths right here. Of course these weren't all of them. This is actually the closest I got to killing him, and that's the hit that always gets me. Doesn't matter how I dodge, how I jump. But of course I never let that drag me down. As you can see, I have no flasks and I have life, but he was also close to death. Right here I was really excited, but of course I was really playing careful. I didn't want to hit him that much, just like 1 or 2 hits and I'm out. Right now 1 hit, 2 hits and I'm out. Just like that. I don't want to risk it. I don't want to have to die getting this close. And right here, we were so close. That was the final hit, and we won. You can see my excitement by shaking the camera, shaking my character. I was really happy with this victory. This cost me a lot, and now it just feels so satisfying. That's what Souls games does to you. It kills you, it beats you to the ground, it humiliates you. But once you're able to beat the boss, you feel so accomplished. Right here we're fighting the two bosses, Demi-Human Chief. I didn't know this was a boss or boss arena until I hit this guy. I thought he was just one of the big minions. But as you can see, he's not that tough. I already have half life. The only difficult part about this boss is all the minions. All the little mobs right here are spawning to the side. There's quite a few of them, and they can distract you, they can stagger you with a hit, interrupt you when you were in your mid combo. And of course the second boss came out of nowhere. I didn't even know where this guy was until he just stabbed me on the back, hit me in the back. And of course this just gets harder and harder. I managed to do half health at the beginning, but ever since the small minions and the second boss appeared, I couldn't do any kind of damage. Cause as soon as I started hitting the bosses, the small minions would just interrupt my attacks and they would just hit me. So for the second time, there was actually a summon outside. So I decided, hey, fuck it, why not use the summon? It's 2 versus 1, so let's make it fair, 2 versus 2. And this knight, let me tell you, he helped a lot. I don't even know what his name is. Old Knight Shivan, something like that. We took down the first boss really quick, and the second boss was just a easy breeze. This guy had some kind of like magnet powers, and we were able to beat the boss, collect ourselves some sewing kits apparently, tailoring tools, and some kind of needle, sewing needle. I guess this was so we can change our appearance. So I decided to go back and fight Margaret. What's his name? Margaret? The Felon? The Fell Omen? Something like that. I really am bad with names. And I decided to summon the sorcerer right here. On the inside of the... before the boss. I'm like, if that old knight could help me beat the 2 semi-demon chiefs, maybe this guy can help me fight Margaret. Margaret, that's his name. As you can see, he doesn't do much damage, but he serves as a distraction, which is good for me because then I can heal up, I can do some extra damage. And he actually dodges. I mean, like, this guy is like pretty much a player. He doesn't receive that much damage, he doesn't do that much damage either. But like I said, all I need is a distraction. I'm already a good level, I do good damages. The only thing I need is to do the damage, not just half damage. And now he starts using his sorcery, and as you can see by Margaret's health bar, he doesn't do much, but it's enough for me to do enough. Here we coming into his second phase. What's the sorcerer name? Rajier. He's actually doing pretty good. Held him back. He is almost dead, but Margaret's health is halfway done, so I do feel happy for that. And even if he does manage to kill us, I can just respawn the sorcerer. I think, I don't know, I hope I can. There's the perfect distraction for me to go in. He gets the critical hit and I do damage. Of course I could have ran up in front of him and do a real critical hit. And this is the closest I've ever gotten. I'm trying to be really careful, but I'm also trying to finish him off real quick. Right here, our buddy, our summon here dies, so I'm left alone with Margaret. He has no health left, and right here, we get the so desired victory. And it feels great. You can't imagine how happy I feel. I died to this guy dozens of times. I haven't showed them all on video, but trust me, it probably wasn't like in the 30s or 40s. So I'm gonna leave this video right here before we enter the castle. If you guys like this video, please consider subscribing, leave a comment, leave a like, and I'll get to you guys next week with a brand new video. See you guys. Take care.